attach the body with our 18-pound zip ties. My zip ties are 6 inches long. I would not recommend using anything shorter than the 6 inches. If you have 8 inches in length, that's even better. It just gives you more room to manipulate the insect body. It's a little bit more trickier than the pipe cleaners, but once you get the hang of it, it's pretty easy. And this keeps the whole butterfly or bee or whatever you're making all plastic, so to put it in the outdoor weather. Okay, so we're gonna move this body over. We'll get our butterfly again. All right, again, we're still going in these same 4 holes that we went in. This time we're gonna do it a little bit different. So I'm gonna first put my zip tie through one of the holes that's indicated on the back of the board here that I put an arrow. Now, if you want to put an arrow as well, you can rub it off afterwards with isopropanol alcohol. Okay, so it'll rub right off. So put your zip tie in one hole. Flip this over. There it is, sticking out. Okay, you're going to take your butterfly body, the top tab, take your zip tie and go down, go through the tab, and you're going to go back down the corresponding hole right there that you went right there. So you want to make sure that your zip tie doesn't twist or anything. That way the tail and the flat part of the head meet up perfectly. Now give it one little zip. Okay, do not tighten it, just till you hear a couple of the zipping sounds, and then leave it. We don't want this tight because we need to put the other zip ties in, and if you put it too tight, it's going to be very frustrating to attach. So again, now I'm going to go down, move a little bit of the mesh on the front part, there we go, with your hand. Okay, pull it up, make sure I can still feel the flat part of my zip tie is facing the way, if I went down, it will match up. Again, I'm going to take the end of my zip tie, go through the tab, and then back down the corresponding hole, which you can feel with your finger on the back side of the board. And like I said, it takes a little bit of getting used to. So if you want to try with pipe cleaners first, that's probably a good idea. And like I said, if you had 8-inch zip ties, you have a lot more room to work with. I don't personally have them right now. There we go. There we go. A little bit of work. Okay, make sure it's tight before you let it go and it's nice and loose. And again, we're going to do the 2 bottom ones. So I'm taking my hand, I'm kind of feeling the front, moving a little bit of the mesh. And there we go. I can feel the zip tie, I can pull it. I'm going to go through the tab, down. The bottom one seems to be a little easier. I'm not sure why. Okay, your zip tie. Here, one zip. There we go. Nice and loose. And our last one. Again, going through. Make sure your flat part of your zip tie is facing in between the 2 holes. Like right in between, so it's facing this way, so you can feel it on the back side, and when you go back down, it will be the right way and it won't twist. So because you do want the flat part. Now we're getting a little tighter here because all the other 3 but it's well worth it. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now our whole thing's going to be plastic. So all we're going to do now is we're going to pull, tighten it, and then as you're tightening, pull it to the side, and we want to put the head of that zip tie popped into a hole. Okay, so we don't have anything sharp on the back of our wreath. So there it is, nice and flat, and where I've cut the zip tie is going to the side. Again, do it for the same thing. Bring it down to the board, the zip tie head, pull it to the side, pop the zip tie head into the hole, cut your zip tie, and we're going to do all 4 exactly the same. And then we have a nice neat back still. Everything's still plastic, nothing on the back to scratch anything. And our body is on there. There we go. So like I said, it does take a little bit of practice, but once you've done it a couple times, you get the hang of it, and you'll be able to figure out your own way of putting it on. And you just want to make sure that your tabs do come down the side so you don't see the tabs. Okay, thanks for watching.